Hello and welcome to a tutorial by Madame Carole. Today we're going to be finishing up our series on the subjunctive, talking about phrases that have doubt. So first off, our rule is, along with impersonal phrases, adverbs, and emotions, which we've already watched the videos for, the subjunctive is also used with certain expressions when they're in the negative or in a question, which then shows doubt or uncertainty. So it's not that these expressions always use the subjunctive, but only when they're in the negative or whenever they're in a question form, because then that shows that doubt and uncertainty, which then must use the subjunctive after it. So the first required part, so in the affirmative, these expressions use the indicative because they do not show obligation, desire, or doubt. So for example, one of these verbs is penser, which means to think. So if I just say, I think that you will win, then I can use the indicative because that's what I think. There's no doubt in that. Je pense que tu gagneras. However, when it is in the negative, or when used in a question, these expressions use the subjunctive because they do show obligation, desire, or doubt. So if I'm asking the question, do you think you'll win? Then I'm going to use the subjunctive because I don't know what you think, and it shows that doubt, so I have to use subjunctive. So here are expressions that when in the affirmative use the indicative, but in the negative or in the interrogative use subjunctive. So first our verb is croire, to believe. Penser, to think. Être sûr, to be sure. Il est certain, for it is certain. Il est vrai, it is true. And il est évident, it is evident. So if I'm going to say, I am sure that we are going to church this Sunday, then it's just in the indicative. Je suis sûr que nous allons à l'église ce dimanche. But if I say in the negative that I'm not sure, then I'm showing doubt, so I have to use the subjunctive. Je ne suis pas sûr que nous allions à l'église ce dimanche. The second required part is always que, which ties the two clauses of the subjunctive sentence together. And the third required part is we still need that subject change to help you conjugate the second verb in the subjunctive mood. So if there is no subject change, like I don't think that I doesn't exist, we would just use the infinitive. Je ne pense pas aller à l'église ce dimanche. I don't think I'm going to church this Sunday. Quelques exemples. Crois-tu que j'ai raison? Je crois que tu as raison. So here my first sentence is in the subjunctive because it's in the interrogative. Do you believe that I am right? Subjunctive because I don't know what you believe. Oui, je crois que tu as raison. Yes, I believe that you are right. Here I'm going to use the indicative because there's no doubt I believe that. Je ne suis pas sûre que l'hôtel ait un ascenseur. I'm not sure that the hotel has an elevator. Here I'm showing doubt because I'm not sure, so I need to use the subjunctive. Tu n'es pas sûr que l'hôtel a un ascenseur. Here it's kind of the idea of a double negative. If you use these expressions in the negative and in a question, they cancel each other out, and we're just going to use the indicative. The last one, n'est-il pas évident que cette auberge n'a qu'une étoile? Again, because we have it in the negative and a question, we're going to use the indicative. Is it not evident that this hostel has 1 star? Si il n'est pas évident qu'il y ait des employés. Yes, it is not evident that there are any employees. So here, it's not a question, but it is in the negative, so we're going to use the subjunctive showing doubt. Et c'est tout. Merci beaucoup.